Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. So glad you guys are with us. Don't forget to check out Golf Talk Radio anytime at iTunes or go to golftalkradio.com. Check out our podcast page. You can follow us and listen to us anytime, anywhere. Also on Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're there. So tune in, check it out. We want to thank another partner of ours. It's Slick Sticks, Mr. Dave Schmandl, your key to better golf for clubs, grips, repairs, adjusting loft and lies. Dave Schmandl and Slick Sticks are your winning combination. He also has Flight Scope, which we talked about on the last show, and different things that he can help you guys fine-tune your golf game with. So call Mr. Schmandl at 805-598-9993.
You know what, Nicky? This makes me think of you, and this is just a fact that I found, and I found it very interesting. And then there's two parts to it. One, I had no clue. But I think most people know that during World War II, Augusta National shut down for 3 years. Right? Did you know that?
I did read that.
And you know why?
I think it was used for some reason for the war effort.
Yeah, they raised cattle in Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkeys to support the war effort. You would have loved playing there at that time. Because there's cattle in Turkey running all over Augusta.
That would have been sad now.
That would have been awesome for you. Was imagine like 10,000 turkey and cattle running around on Augusta. You could play Augusta and hunt at the same time.
Yes.
But here's the fact that I did not know, and I bet not many do, unless you're a historian. Until 1946, the year that they came back to play the Masters, who won that year? And that person defeated Ben Hogan by one shot. So they came back in 46. Hogan was just coming up and doing his thing.
Wow.
Herman Kaiser.
Herman Munster?
He was third.
Oh, I thought that's...
He was the Loam, actually.
Wow.
Herman Kaiser. His only major championship, defeating Hogan by one. But anyways,
Wow.
I thought of you because of the cattle in Turkey. So roaming the grounds of Augusta National, beautiful property.
Beautiful.
And it used to be a nursery. Everybody knows it was a nursery, I believe, before that. When Bobby Jones got the property, it was a nursery.
Yeah.
So he took this beautiful land that we've all walked and been lucky to be on. But yeah, they had cattle, and they used it so they could feed the soldiers. They were actually So I was just thinking of you. If you were alive back then, that would have been the time for you to. And I bet you could have got it. You could have got a pasture fee. You could have had your hunting pass. Do you have a golf hunting license? Do they have one of those?
No.
Is there a handicap for a golf hunter?
Wow, that's a great question.
These are good questions.
What would that do for you?
Well, how close you can get to the animal.
If you got 5, I got 3, but my handicap's higher, so that means I win.
No, it's what distance you play from the animal.
It's what distance
So
you
yeah.
shoot from.
So
you have to back up.
If you're scratched, you got to be from
back up.
200 plus yards. If you're a hack, you're up there 10 feet.
After I got the robin, my handicap really went low.
Listeners, this is a good question, and I think it's commonly answered wrong. So don't this is what I'm looking for. But anyways, a lot of people believe that the very first golf course was what? What do you think? The home of golf. What is it?
What do you think? Scotland.
Scotland.
Probably, right?
What course?
St. Andrews, probably.
Everybody. It's almost commonly, if you Googled first golf course ever, I would bet that St. Andrews would pop up. I mean, if that's what my answer would be. According to the Guinness Book of Records, the oldest is Musselburgh Links, which is most likely organized in 1672, but evidence suggests that even Mary Queen of Scots may have played there as early as 1567. So there was actually a layout that she played golf in. I don't know what kind of layout it was, but it's that, and it was 1700 something when St. Andrews opened. I don't know the exact year. But anyways, it's according to the Guinness record and historians that Musselburgh. Have you played there?
Musselburgh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's still around, but Musselburgh Links.
Wow.
Which was in Scotland, which most less. So a home of golf is. You guys were right with Scotland.
Sorry.
But there you go. So I thought that was fascinating because my answer and what we all and even in the history books I read now is St. Andrews is the home of golf.
Yeah, you think that's
So.
Well,
it's the home, but not the first cave.
Not the first course built. So
not the first cave.
Yeah. The first built home, but not the first
you
cave.
hide in caves when you hide, so you kind of...
Of course.
So you actually go... So you build caves on the golf courses. So, oh, man, she's got like roosts.
No wonder she plays the same course over and over and over. She's looking for vantage points.
Her bag is full of sand at the end. It's like those people tunneling out.
Yes.
So she's tunneling and scooping. Where are you over, Nicky? Have you found your ball yet? No, it's just... Wow, you're building a nest to hunt. That's amazing.
What are those things called? The
Roost.
the
The
roost.
She has roosts all around golf
She's
courses. where
nailing
she
up the-
Do you use
nailing-
little rubber mats to hit off inside your roost? Because she's hidden to the animals. They don't see her coming. It's brutal,
Oh,
man.
man.
It's rough.
I always practice hitting out of those horrible
Golf
lies.
hunter.
Do you know where the term birdie came from? Speaking of that,
Yeah, I do. But do you?
No.
I have
Where did
that.
it come from?
I do too. It says it was coined by an American named Abe Smith or Ab Smith, who initially,
Abner, actually. but-
Ab, who
yep.
initially referred to it as a bird of a shot, which later became known as a birdie.
In 1889.
Wow.
See how we finish each other's sentences?
It's amazing.
Man, that was
It's
awesome.
amazing to be around you guys when you meld like that.
The melding
The
is
melding
amazing.
is amazing.
All right. There's been one male player, professional tour player, who actually won an LPGA tour event. Who was it? This gentleman.
Say that again.
This PGA Tour player has 7 major championships, and to his credit, but he's also the only male golfer to win an LPGA Tour event. He won by 5 shots too,
He played in an LPGA,
and he won it.
event?
Yep,
I know this.
he won it. It's 7 majors, so you know there's only a handful of guys out there that's had 7 majors. I can tell you that. So, and he has 82 tour victories to his credit.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Which Tiger's at what, 80, 79? I think
Wow.
he's something like that. Isn't Tiger 79 or almost 80? So
The guy who played in the LPGA
yeah,
event.
Sam Snead, legendary for his 82
Wow.
PGA Tour victories, 7 major championships, and longevity. But he's also the only male golfer to win the LPGA Tour event, capturing the 1962 Royal Poinciana. I don't know if I said that right. Poinsettia, maybe Plaza Invitational. But he won by 5 shots.
What was the motivation there?
Hey, I can't get inside Sam's
Okay.
head, and that's well, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's just interesting.
And he never.
Fascinating.
And during his final round, he never hit a bird or any other type of animal. It says right
That's
here.
because he wasn't a qualified golfer.
Are you strictly a bird hunter, or do you go for like small like raccoons or
No,
small squirrels,
no.
groundhogs,
No,
beavers?
None of that.
Beavers.
No, nothing. Just so you're strictly a foul player. You're a foul weather player, basically. Are you? Okay, just curious. I was mentioning during the break that and Mike's one of the biggest fans of Caddyshack, which are millions of people, but Mike's even got the platinum diamond-studded edition in his house.
Correct.
The one of the best scenes ever, we can all agree, is when Bill Murray's as his character was it Carl Spangler? Is that his name? Was hitting the flowers.
Spackler?
Spackler, is that what it is?
Spackler?
I don't know.
Was it?
Yeah, it's
Spangler?
Spackler. You're right.
Spackler.
Spackler. Is there a Spangler? I think I know.
I don't know.
think there is.
Maybe.
But hitting the flowers, and he's playing
Yeah.
at Augusta.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that was so funny.
Is it though?
that whole scene was 100% ad lib. They just kept rolling the tape, and he just did it, and it was not in the script. And he just
It's so awesome.
That was so
How
funny. That's such
cool.
a classic
and
part
how
of that
funny
movie.
it is. I mean, that's I guess a lot of movies. There was a bunch of ad lib scenes. Remember, we read about that later in that movie. There was a lot of Chevy Chase did some ad libbing, and I guess Chevy and Bill weren't buddies. They had a hard time doing some scenes together. But I found that scene sure seemed like it should have been written in,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's such a great scene
Yeah.
that it was just ad lib. I find
You know, it's amazing. What's amazing is how those guys didn't get along. Between Chevy and Bill
Ooh.
Murray.
oh.
You know, I mean that whole thing is kind of mind blowing when you think about it.
Yeah, because it's like you and I are in the same business. We work together in the
Yeah.
same shows.
You meld.
We're best buddies.
Yeah.
Why do you think there'd be
At
friction?
Augusta, he's on his final hole. He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think. Well, he got all of that. The crowd is standing on its feet here at Augusta. The normally reserved Augusta crowd going wild.
Jet plane flying over
For
Augusta.
this young Cinderella.
thunder, it's gonna rain.
He's come out of nowhere. He's got about 350 yards left. He's going to hit about a 5-iron, I expect, don't you think?
350-yard 5-iron.
Isn't that a beautiful
I love
batsman? He got all of that one.
Do you remember?
He's got to be pleased with that.
We measured
the
it
crowd
out.
is just
Yeah,
on
we
his
did.
feet here.
On the radio.
We did.
He's a Cinderella boy.
we measured the yardage.
Tears in his eyes, I guess, as he lines up this last shot. He's got about 195 yards left, and looks like he's got about an 8-iron. This crowd has gone deathly silent. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now.
He hit his 5-iron
About to
160.
become
Now he's got an
Yeah.
8-iron from 195.
Yeah, we did the whole math. Oh,
It
the
looks like a
grunt.
wreck. It's in the hole.
It's
It's in the hole.
Hey, young
He
fella,
drops his-
I was hoping to squeeze in
Oh.
my hose before
Anyway,
this
that's-
rain starts.
That never gets.
That's
That
hilarious.
never gets. old, man.
100% ad lib. It's hard, man. You think he was thinking about that before he got to the set?
I think it just
Or-
comes out.
But he's out standing in the flowers. He's got a weed cutter in his hand. I mean, he's got one of them sloth things. What is it
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, it's a sickle.
Sickle.
It's like a sickle.
Sloth.
A
Do you-
sloth.
Have you ever hit a sloth? They move
no,
slow.
no.
If you could hit any animal, sloth would be. If you go sloth hunting with your golf, you could easily hit a sloth.
Yeah,
They
but
can't
I'm a
jump
bird,
out.
I'm a
But
bird.
you're strictly a
girl.
foul. Hey, I have follow up to my old golf course thing.
Yes.
The world's first ever golf tournament for women was held in New Year's Day in 1811 at the Musselburgh golf course.
There you go.
Wow. First in
And
That's
the
like what you
1811.
said. That's
Wow.
cool.
So that was the first course for women, first tournament for women.
Wow.
So the Musselburgh course might still even be around
I'm going to have to Google
because
that.
it was there in 1600s. That was 200-year-old course by then. I hope they and you know and do you
Musselburgh?
know what they used to mow the grasses then?
Cows.
And sheep.
Yeah.
You would have a blast out there.
I already saw it in my mind.
Did you guys know that the word caddy's derived is from the French word cadet?
yeah.
It was used to refer to the cadets de Gascogne, the youngest sons of the aristocratic families of Gascony.
Gascogne,
Gascony.
Santerre,
So
Gascogne.
they were captains serving the French army until during the 15th century. So that's where the caddy came from,
And
or cadets.
Nikki, the highest golf course in the world. I think you played it, actually. You played many.
That'd be good for finding foul.
Only
Wow.
birds fly this high, actually. Very few animals besides birds go up that high. There could be a few goat or two, maybe a ram.
A ram.
But it's have you played it? It's the Tactu Golf Club in Morachaca, Peru.
I haven't.
It's almost at 15,000 feet,
Wow.
That's incredible.
14.8.
Could you
change.
imagine the change you'd have to make in what club to use?
You would need
That
a
is
need a
incredible.
Sherpa to carry your clubs around that place. But it's active golf course, man. That would be cool. But we should go up there.
We should.
That actually,
Wait.
that would be very cool.
I bet you can't drive up there though. Maybe.
I need oxygen.
Yeah, maybe you can
If we're
drive.
gonna-
That's a bio. You would oxygen would help. Wow. So
Definitely need oxygen for that. There's
some of
no
these
doubt about
topics that people wanted us to talk about, you had a list of them, and they were pretty cool stuff. And you're talking about the new rules.
Yeah, I thought when we come back at the top of the hour, we do that. I don't think Dave's calling in today. So
That's very sad.
I know.
So then I have a very cool one. You guys know that there was golf balls on the moon, right? Y'all know that?
Yes.
Okay, I think everybody knows that. Do you know what club Shepard hit on the moon? Do you remember? I took a picture of it actually.
Wasn't it 8?
It was a Wilson 6-iron, but that's
Okay.
not the question. But it was, and they have it in World Golf Village, World Golf Hall of Fame. And it was actually a Spalding ball, but did not have a mark on. Didn't say Spalding, but they made the golf ball. There's two of them he hit. One hit one-handed. One he tried to hit two-handed. Well, his precious suit
Yeah.
couldn't turn very well.
Right.
But there was also another sport, another item out there. Two sports have been played on the moon. What's the other sport?
Didn't they throw a football or something?
No,
Oh, soccer.
That'd have been cool. Wasn't soccer?
It wasn't soccer?
Football would have been. You don't know how far you can fling a football because
Yeah.
you throw a lot of footballs, Nikki. How far do you? Have you ever thrown a football at a bird?
No.
A javelin.
Oh, a javelin.
A javelin throw. Two sports of this day. The javelin throw to ever been played on the moon. Back in February 671 is when Apollo member Alan Shepard hit 6-iron, 2 balls. I don't know if he whiffed the first one with 2 hands, but he did. I think there were 2 golf balls on the moon, the 6-iron, and it was made with a retractable shaft.
Really?
You know, like a telescope.
Yeah.
With a little head on the end. But javelin. I mean, who brought up a javelin? Where did they get the javelin up there? They just swing the flagpole or something? Google that.
Well,
one.
I think they would. I was just thinking of probably the
Google.
javelin because they could condense it and
So do you think it was an extended
Storage.
rod javelin
Yeah.
and just tossed it like
Yeah.
a javelin throw?
you just
Check it out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
listen-
yeah.
Store it.
Well, I wanted to tell you, I looked
Oh.
up Musselburgh,
Well, you did.
and it is the oldest continuously played golf course in the world.
That's awesome.
And not only that, get this. The Musselburgh Silver Arrow is reputed to be the oldest sporting trophy in the United Kingdom and competed for annually by the Royal Company of Archers. So
Wow.
that play, I got to go.
Well, Mike. Wow, yes, you do have to go, and we'll go to
That's
Peru.
really
We'll go
cool.
there and we'll
Yeah.
zip up to Peru.
There we go.
The cadets you're talking about they were where the word caddy came from. The cadets. They were caddies. From
Yes.
these cadets. They used to fling arrows, and they would play golf with arrows. So they'd pick a tree in the distance and see how many shots it would take to hit this tree.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing with
So,
my golf
no,
ball.
you aimed at the bird.
No, I picked a bird in the distance.
Nice.
I picked a bird
But you
in
notice
the
I
distance.
said tree and not like a beautiful deer.
Well,
I
I've
meant
never
tree.
hit at a deer.
But these guys so they were the cadets. And matter of fact, they banned golf in Scotland for a couple hundred years because the cadets were out playing too much.
Oh,
Golf.
yeah, you're right.
So they wouldn't
I
let them play. They
remember
wanted them to practice on
Yeah.
on their being cadets and in the army versus out there messing around.
What do you want me to look up?
I wanted you to look up the javelin on the
Javelin on the moon.
So and this one too. While you're looking that up, Mike, Nikki'd find this very interesting. But there's a birdie and there's an eagle,
Yes.
double eagle.
Yes.
There's also a condor. Have you ever hit a condor?
No, gosh.
Is that a hole in one on a par 5?
It is. It's exactly what that is.
How is that
and there's,
even
there's
possible?
There's only been 4 verified.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Normally known as condor has only 4 times. Only been verified 4 times. It'd be a big sharp dog
That's
leg
insane.
to around a corner over
Oh,
trees
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
That's
But so I have a condor story. It's pretty hilarious.
Let's save it for the other side. We got to take our break.
I mean, it's kind of sad, but
This is-
hilarious.
That is perfect.
All right.
Don't forget, Golf Talk Radio brought to you by Pass Robles Golf Club. Check out PassRoblesGolfClub.com to make tee times or call them at 805-238-4722. Multi-million-dollar renovation on the golf course. Dinner 5 nights a week, open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. And live music at 5:30 every Wednesday night. Visit PassRoblesGolfClub.com to view the music lineup. You're listening to Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network. We'll see you on the other side.